community, I think a responsibility to help those in need. It's about saying this is the part I can play, and if I do that to the best of my ability, then I'm actually making a difference. Hi, I'm Kath Rainbow and I'm the Community Coordinator here at Life Adelaide. To make a difference, we need to bring hope. Part of bringing help into someone's life is also about shaping what hope for a future can look like. I believe they go hand in hand. If someone's hungry, it's almost pointless talking about future until you've addressed their hunger. They won't hear what it is you have to say while their immediate need hasn't been met. But here at Life, our heart isn't just to meet their immediate need. We want to set them up for the future that is to come. We need to ask ourselves, how do I use my gifts and talents to step into the needs in this community that I'm a part of? We answered this question in part when we partnered with the Salisbury Council to feed the homeless in a local park.
Well, at the beginning we started, I seen the barbecue out there in the back there, and I went to Matt and I said, Matt, can we have a lend of that barbecue one Saturday for feeding the homeless on a Saturday morning? And we like to do that once a month because that's our passion, to feed the people.
Yes.
And Matt said it's funny because he's talking to the council now about doing a barbecue during the week for the homeless.
Yes.
So we sort of started off, and 9 months ago we only had 3 people come all the time, and now we sort of grown and grown. We went to 5 to 6,
Yes.
and now we're going more and more.
I just love doing it. I just love serving the community, and I just want to be an extension of God's grace and mercy for those who are disadvantaged. It's so fulfilling and rewarding and humbling to serve the community. We don't need to say a lot about Bible, but we just have to be there to hear them and to talk to them and be there for them, and I just love it. We just love it, and I'm just so excited for this community kitchen we're going to do, and so thank you, Life Adelaide, for opening the door for us.
What started as a 6-week trial every Friday has continued for the last 9 months. We are currently in conversations with the Salisbury Council to launch Life Community Kitchen in a local community hub that desperately needs to experience help and hope. Our desire is to at least start with providing a sit-down meal once a week, similar to the programs currently operating in both Auckland and Melbourne.
God got me up early one morning and I was pacing the hallway in my house, just praying for our community. And you know, God just landed in my heart and just says, I want you to go to the Auckland City Council building, and I want you to ask for a commercial kitchen and a hall for free. I says, oh, man, no way I'm going to do that. But that morning I actually found myself on the doorstep of the council building, and I was in front of the receptionist asking, who do I see to hire a hall? She says, oh, what do you want the hall for? And I says, oh, for a soup kitchen. And she says, oh, they're ready to see you. And I thought, who are they? You know, and she says, let's go through those doors. I walked into a boardroom and they says, so tell us why you're here. And I just shot from the hip, man. I just say, hey, look, I gave them the whole spiel. It just seemed really awkward, but I was just telling them how it was. And I could see some of them tearing up. And the lady says, can you just stop? She says, we've actually been waiting for you. And I says, well, what are you talking about? And they says, you know, we want to offer you a hall and a commercial kitchen. God had gone before me and set it all up. Just before we opened, our kitchen was robbed. and somebody took all our food. He really stretched my faith to think, man, there was a queue of people out there. I think I only had enough food for 100 people, but I counted it over 200 people in the queue. Wow. Just thinking about it, that man, God turned up. He turned up because, you know, when you're out of bullets, all you got to do is rely on God, and He fed all those people, and we had leftovers. God is faithful, eh? When He gets you to do something, and He says, I'm with you, I just need somebody to act upon what I tell them to do, and it's just a real joy, and it brings joy to my heart to see what God can do if you're obedient.
To me, the community kitchen is not just about meeting the immediate need of feeding hungry people, but it's about building a platform where we can provide training to potentially set them up for the future that is to come. This is where CAP can come in. CAP is Christians Against Poverty. It's about helping people become debt-free in a way that ensures it's not just help in the moment, but there's a hope for the future.
For me, I love the role of the local church and the way that CAP operates. We often see families of 4 or 5 and they're trying to feed themselves on $60, $70 a week, and it's just really not enough, and they're prioritising paying bills and creditors at ridiculous interest rates rather than being able to put food on the table for their family. Time and time again we hear people say that I can dream again. We hear people say the freedom and the joy that it is to be a parent, to be able to provide, to have goals, to not live under the stress and the burden of that crushing worry, and the freedom that comes from not being in debt.
It's exciting to think that we can meet today's need and bring hope to the future to those who are struggling with debt from something as simple as presenting this course. In talking about meeting today's need, Christmas Box is another amazing initiative that can achieve just that. I know it only happens once a year, but the impact is huge. It's a way to gather people and bring dignity into their homes at one of the most special and stressful times of the year. In fact, this year, 35,000 homes will be blessed, 2,500 of them right here in our community in Adelaide. How will we do it? Well, we're going to do it together.
Hey, I'm Michelle Stevens from Elizabeth South Community Centre, and we just want to say a massive thank you. It just means so much, and we know it's going to make such a difference. We wish you could see what it means to our families and see their reactions when they get this.
Hi, I'm Robin, this is Wendy. We both work for Mission Australia Youth Services. This year, with your generous donations, you've given us 75 boxes. They're going to go across the north and northeast Adelaide to help young families that are really struggling this Christmas. Last year, the smiles on their faces were amazing. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sarah from Second Chances.
And I'm Alison from Second Chances.
The impact it has on our families is amazing. It's so helpful and our families really appreciate it.
It really has a great impact on their Christmas, where they normally wouldn't have enough. Now they're going to have a great day. So thank you so much.
One thing that 2020 and COVID highlighted was the need to provide a platform to activate people when you just can't physically go out and do something. It was from this revelation that the Giving Store was birthed. The Giving Store takes a platform that many of us use, online shopping, and redeems it for a purpose far above our own individual needs. It's an online store where you can go online and select a pack. Maybe it's a food pack or a winter pack. It could be a hygiene or even a baby essentials pack. And you purchase it and then you donate it. And then community organisations that we are working with come to us and they say, we've got a need. And we as a church are able to say, we can help. But what I really love about it is that it connects you, the donor, to the person who receives it. You get to write a note saying something like, I hope you are blessed by this gift. Or someone is thinking of you in your moment of need. And when the pack has been delivered, you, the donor, receive a notification of the finished transaction, which further strengthens that connection. You know that your generosity has had an impact. It's made a difference. I love what Pastor Paul says. The church should be the place that people can turn to. And I believe that the Giving Store is a platform that gives us access to do just that. Not only do we have the opportunity to meet practical needs through the Giving Store, but we also get to partner with and serve local families through our Kid Go school holiday program and playgroup initiatives. Did you know Kid Go school holiday program celebrates 20 years of serving our community in 2022? Throughout those years, we have seen countless families come for the fun, the jumpy castles, the activities and the friends, but leave with an experience of church and connection to a family they didn't expect. Year after year, we have people come through the doors of our church because the impact Kid Go had on them as a child never left.
It's a blessing. It's just a chance for the kids to be able to mix with other friends and to be put on by the church is really cool.
When I walked in this morning, great atmosphere, and this is Ashley's first time, and to be honest, I don't know why I didn't discover this earlier.
I loved getting to work as a team and getting to know new people.
Fantastic.
And I definitely loved all the activities.
We don't just want to provide for students in their early years, we want to have generational impact, and we're seeing that take place through our Hendon Bus Ministry. Each week, we run a bus from Hendon to our Friday night youth program with kids from schools all around the surrounding areas. This ministry is run entirely by volunteers who give up their Friday nights to make sure that these kids can find connection and community. I love that we're developing a focus for community that says to people, where are you at today? Can we help? Do you need a meal? How's your Christmas looking? Are you in debt? Or for an external community organisation to be able to say, I've got a need, who can I turn to? And Life Community is there. 25 people being fed on a Friday in the park, 2,500 families' Christmases being rescued, and hundreds of community kids hearing the gospel at Kid Go and Youth. What if it became thousands of meals a week? What about 10,000 families' Christmases being rescued and even thousands of kids being impacted by our Youth and Kid Go program? Imagine people being trained and released from the cycle of poverty and given a hope for a future they never thought they had. And not just a hope, but equipping them to do it. Imagine if the church and Life Community could put their hand up and say to those in hardship, we can meet your need. At Christmas, you can count on us to bring help and hope. You can count on us to be here for your today. You can count on us to be there for your tomorrow. It's a big vision. There's a big need, and it's easy to feel overwhelmed. But we don't have to do it alone. It just takes each one of us to play our part and realise we can bring help and hope. As a member of this community, we have a responsibility to love our neighbour. You have to ask yourself, what part can you play? Can it be the gifts and talents you have? Could it be your time? Could it be your finance? Could you unlock something for somebody else? The question I have for you today is, what has God given you to bring to your community? How will you impact it? What role will you play? Is it bringing your skills to the table? Is it giving of your time? Is it the releasing of your finances? Every one of these is so valuable in order to meet the need.
You don't have to be qualified to help people.
Each of us have a part to play in building the community for all of us to love our neighbours as ourselves.
The need is huge, but together we can bring help and hope.